Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Three news stories. Firstly, a new law has been approved by the Ethiopian House of People's Representatives. Two amendments to the immigration law. It would be increasingly difficult for people now to flee Ethiopia by air. Strict controls are being announced by the government. What is this new law about? Secondly, Amhara region, where the head of tourism yesterday shared details of how much loss uh, the tourism industry in Amhara had to suffer in the last fiscal year because of the conflict. And thirdly, a very open public admission or announcement by a governor in Somalia. Admission about the capabilities of governments there. If Ethiopian troops leave the border areas, what will happen? Will the governments be able to survive? A governor spoke yesterday. We have a clip of the governor. What did he say? Firstly, viewers, a new law has been approved by the Ethiopian House of People Representatives. By the way, these days, several new laws are being introduced and approved by the House of People Representatives of Ethiopia. We've seen several new laws. It seems government wants to tighten its grip, and new laws, one after the other, are aimed at ensuring that government is able to exercise its full authority in the country. One of the main challenges for the government has been the departure of government critics. They leave Ethiopia, and sometimes authorities are not in a position to arrest them because of some constraints. People like Gaidu and the Gaichu and others, they fled Ethiopia by air. They took flights. They passed through immigration and then they just fled. Now, government is introducing new laws so that anyone who is wanted is not able to leave Ethiopia. A new immigration law or amendment to existing immigration law was approved by the Ethiopian House of People Representatives yesterday. According to this new amendment, now the airlines will have to submit details of their passengers with the immigration department, with the government, 2 days or 3 days, I think, before the travel. All airlines, they'll have to share details of names, passport numbers of the passengers. They'll have to share the list with the government. And obviously, if any names are wanted, then government can take action and people can be stopped from boarding the flights. Similarly, Ethiopian government intends to share data with other countries too, and it is expecting other countries to share data with Ethiopian government so that if any unwanted individuals want to come to Ethiopia, they're stopped. They're stopped at airport and they are deported. Airlines are definitely raising questions about this new law, but they'll have to follow. We heard a few days ago that Ethiopian government it was planning to introduce a new law to give powers to the immigration chief to place anyone's name on exit control list. Right now, this power is held by Ethiopian courts. Is this amendment part of the yesterday's draft law or no? I could not find the entire detail of yesterday's law. What I have heard is that it's about sharing of information by airlines about their passengers with the Ethiopian government. Secondly, towards Amhara region, where all sectors of economy are affected because of the conflict in the region, and gradually government officials are speaking. They have been trying to cover up the crisis in Amhara. Now they're speaking out. They are telling the numbers, the details of how much loss is being suffered by the region. Yesterday, Amhara region's tourism, culture and tourism bureau head spoke. Ayale Anaute. The head talked about the number of tourists who visited Amhara region in the last fiscal year, which is about to end. Any decrease, any increase, or the number remained the same? Well, only 20% of the general number of tourists who visit Ethiopia visited Amhara region last year. 80% decline in tourism in Amhara region. Why? Reason is simple. Roads remain blocked. Transport movement remains suspended. By road travel is not safe. And fighting breaks out, can happen anytime, anywhere. Lalibela, one of the most well-known religious tourism sites, has been seen a fighting between Fano and military. So who will visit Amhara region when there is such a serious conflict ongoing? If 80% of tourism decline is being seen in Amhara, it means that all the people who are connected with this tourism industry, they are suffering. They'll suffer. People will suffer. Hotels, restaurants, transport services, all sectors which are linked to tourism industry, they will suffer. They're suffering. Lastly, viewers, Bakul is a region in Somalia, right on Somalia, Ethiopia border. Its governor spoke yesterday. His name is Muhammad Abdi. And the man very frankly talked about the use, the role of Ethiopian troops in Somalia. A few days ago, we heard from Ahmed Mualim Fiki, Somalia's foreign minister, that all Ethiopian troops will leave Somalia by the end of this year. And that announcement was opposed by Southwest State, Jubaland State of Somalia. Why? Bakul governor Muhammad Abdi said yesterday that if Ethiopian troops leave Bakul, ethnic militias and Al Shabaab will kill us. They'll kill government officials, they'll take over. It was a very open and public admission by Muhammad Abdi of the capabilities of government forces in border areas, Somalia, Ethiopia border area. That is why the regional states, Jubaland, Southwest State, they want Ethiopian troops to remain deployed. And they will not agree with the federal government if federal government asked all Ethiopian troops to leave the country. Yes, those Ethiopian troops which are part of the ATMOS, African Union Transitional Mission, I think they'll be told to leave. But the Ethiopian troops deployed under bilateral arrangement in border areas in Southwest, Eidu, Bakul, Jubaland, I think they will continue. horta boqol way qabsadaan dadka almoonta dadkii hunta boqol qabsa lama qabsaan qoyn wal qabsada dadina ma buraarisan hubna ma qabaan hubki dambana wal ma ku helan wal hormar ayo halaana ma le sideeti ha yaw bas toolo min koran wala geeka ku wajahna shabaab afarta gees ku fadhi boqol
كنت ولدت بيدي لو أنت بدل قبائل كده كلها ما هنا ما دون ما يحرس إنك جرن إن قبائل كده اللي هو بيقول الدرس كاين حنوير ما كان حرس إنك جرن إني أنا تو شباب كبر انتبه من فدي حنوير دولنا نقول من ده تو حنيرون مله دولة دنا ما دنا ما بنقول من ذكرته بركة مالية والكسوب بيفضي بس شعبك بس كده على ما أنا أقول marka arintaas waa in muuqata aan xaris weyn oo meel raay boqolka ka foodla digir mid flaak ka foodlo ma jisaad digir mid siyaasiyiintiis ma shaqeeyo siyaasiyiin digir mid ma shaqeeyo ka bakan kala ka jeed waana dadka mustaqbalka